put decency on my family. Cause I'm gonna just here it is, word here. That's family. I'm talking about blood. Put some respect. Yeah, put some respect on that name. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mo. Tell them how the Hiphuggers came to be, man.
All right, the Hiphuggers. The birth of the Meisha and the Hiphuggers. Like I say, it was Tracy and Meisha. It was singers. It was another girl. I forget her name. It was three queens. Mm-hmm. And the gimmick was to do 70s retro cover tunes. Mm-hmm. That was the gimmick of the Hiphuggers. Mm-hmm. So to fast forward from that, she was going to Howard University. Somehow she got linked up with the great drummer, Sugarfoot Wellman. Mm-hmm. I mean, a great drummer. Let me say that again. One of the originators who knows Sugarfoot. Mm-hmm. So let's put some respect on his name. Mm-hmm. So Sugarfoot and Miesha, they came up with the idea to form the band Meisha and the Hiphuggers. Boom. So now they doing 70s songs around town. And to fast forward, this is around the time when Sugarfoot got the call from the great jazz artist Miles Davis. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, Miles Davis had hired, Marcus Miller hired Sugarfoot to go on the road with him at the time. Mm-hmm. So again, Meisha and the Hiphuggers was just getting off the ground. So
what year was this, Mo?
I want to say
early 90s.
I want to say 91,
90, 91.
92, 90.
Yeah, about like that.
99.
Because
I early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like the early 90s.
Early 90s.
Okay.
Exactly. So he got the call to go with Miles Davis on the road. So in turn, if I'm not mistaken, Sugarfoot called William Juju House. Mm-hmm. So Juju House is the one that really, let's say, formed and shaped the Hiphuggers as we know it today. Because after Sugarfoot left and then Juju came along, he opened up the doors for Sugar Bear to come in, then myself. Then there was times when, before Bear came in, Stefan Bassface, he used to live right around the corner from the early days in Bailey's up there in Silver Spring. Silver Spring,
and I didn't go to practice. I said, man, I ain't going.
And he had the opportunity to have a gig too. But sometimes God have different avenues that He would give us the turn down.
That's right.
Before
you know what I mean? So, but the opportunity was there for us. And then from there, Joni came. Joni came along, then he added this flavor to the Hiphuggers. And then the next thing you know, we were playing mainly 70s cover tunes. Yeah.
ABC.
Right. There wasn't a lot of go-go in the set.
Okay.
Because of the venues we were playing at. Like Republic Gardens, Mark Barnes, for some reason they didn't want go-go in the club at that time. They wanted, something new, and we was giving them something new at the time. We wasn't like the average go-go band. So out of that, when I came along, that's when the go-go pocket came into their set. Because, like you say, man, I don't care where you from or where you grew up at, but if you in this town,
you gotta play
this is a go-go town.
That's right.
People want to hear that pocket.
They want to hear it.
I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are.
Prince was aware of it. Dougie Fresh. It seemed like George Clinton. It seemed like all the greats, but it seemed like the locals like, oh, wait a minute now. But we got something unique down here. But back to the Hiphuggers, man. We started a movement. Meisha was the first female at that time in that era to be on a go-go stage, but she wasn't the first female to be in a female go-go band.
Okay.
Right.
See, they had female go-go bands, female go-go singers and go-go bands like in the early 70s. Y'all can help me out.
Your baby mother, Mel. Mel was the Congo player. Precise. Michelle and them.
Was it Precise or Pleasure?
Pleasure, but they're Precise and Pleasure.
Right. But I think what happened is the females kind of died off.
Right.
Okay.
In the go-go bands around like the mid-90s.
They started intertwining with the male bands.
Exactly. So what Meisha did, she kind of like
started it with mixture.
Boredom, right? The mixture of bringing the females back into
With the men.
with the men, which they should have always been there.
Right.
But you know, that's how things. That's how the universe works sometimes. So now, what you have now, what you call grown and sexy sound, that you can really attribute that to
Mice and
Now, can I answer that? And that's
This
the
is
question.
Jacques. Yeah, I'm Michelle did the cello.
This is the question. This is the question. Was it Meisha or was it subtle?
It was Meisha. It was Meisha, man.
it was Miesha.
It was Meisha.
Okay.
Meisha started that cover two and stuff, and everybody was mad. Subtle was Pratt was still with Junkyard during that time.
Yeah, well, the early subtle thoughts were.
Yeah, the early solo thoughts. I don't
They
think
were,
Pratt was
like
there.
you said, they were like
Yeah,
more
they were more
R&B-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Well,
jazz,
with
it
Walker
was
Red, they
jazz.
were
Yeah.
jazz.
But they
Right.
still came at the mic. They came in the
They
mid
came
'90s.
after.
Meisha came at the early '90s.
Because
When I
y'all was doing
living out
Thursday at Tacoma and Subtle was doing Fridays, right?
Yeah, that's when we had that 7-night-a-week run.
Right.
I remember that like it was yesterday. Hold on, y'all. We got my man Stefan,
And bass
Russ,
That's it.
and Jacques up in his ass. And we having a little
It's all
after
family,
show.
man.
It's called after show talk.
Yeah.
That's it.
We on the movement.
This is the after show talk.
That's it.
So we just doing some go-go chronology up in here.
And
That's
giving
it.
giving props what props do.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
say one thing? First of all, I take I respect the guys. Your phone turns on. I respect the guys that's coming around to the go-go from church and so forth. But we have to stop disrespecting the guys that put the foot in it for the stuff, man. The reason why I say it is because everybody know I did it, everybody know I did some time and everything. I that's me on the Chuck Brown Misties and all that stuff. And I even used to tell Pop Chuck, man, you had to get a goomba player, man. So he bought in yeah, Dave, we doing some interviews real fast, man. I'm gonna call you, man. Me and MightyMoe Hagans, we need to give him the interview. I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes.
All right.
Okay. So I
Dave Gussum, ladies
yeah, that's
and
Dave
gentlemen.
Gus Trouble Funk. That was Trouble
40
Funk.
bands
and
and up.
Yeah, 40 bands and up. Oh, the guy that everybody know David. Matter of fact, me and him started Familiar Faces. Me, Dave Gussum, Ivan Golf, Young Boy Lee, E Sugar Bear's whole band. I had Butch Little Sugar Bear original drummer, his trombone player, Hunter, his saxophone player, and his trumpet player, Young Boy Lee, and Vernon. His saxophone, I had his whole band. Even Smokey. And then Smokey left me and went to
history, yo.
his go-go history. Smokey left me and went to Cameo. Right? Okay, so anyway, what I'm saying is this. That we have to start giving props to who deserve props. Stop getting out your little. I say, matter of fact, y'all got squares. This is a circle. Hotel. A square on four corners. So a square. You know what? Before we was calling guys Balmers, we was calling them squares. Before we was calling them snitches, we was calling them squares. Hotel, so a square don't fit. Four corners gonna be outside that circle. You can't trust that square. But we got a circle 360.
That's right.
So when you guys get in here, oh yeah, this guy better him on conga, this guy better him on keyboards, and y'all are bringing. I mean, I don't have no problem with the church guys, but when y'all come, every time I turn around, yeah, he from the church. Okay, brother, what does that mean though? I thought the church people say we was playing devil music. Now we get the money. Now there's some money in this stuff. Y'all bring them in and let them dictate our sound. But guess what? All you're doing is playing cover two. And again, I'm not even knocking that. But y'all are making go-go. So when y'all come in thinking y'all the queens of comedy or go-go, whatever you want to call yourself, you are opening up the doors for anybody to come in and play our stuff. Because you know all they got to do now is what y'all do. I'm sorry. 85% of what's going on in this go-go, all they got to do is learn a record and come put a beat to it. I mean, you can get some guys. So that means some guys from Las Vegas and California could just come to DC and hire a conga player and a drummer. That's how easy y'all made it. And when you playing all these other people's songs, you're not getting any money for it. You making it sound good, so reminding that person how good that song sound, so they can go and they'll go buy that song from who made that song. Now,
I got to sign that petition.
yeah, sign that petition, man. I'm not disrespecting it because I too play cup too because we got to play what's on the block or whoever started this stuff. And I understand Meisha, she had her way of doing things, and it turned out to be because she had to realize that, man, people are not going to move until you play them original communication to God. That's the first instrument was the kalimba. Maurice White say kalimba send a message to you was the kalimba and the congos. That's how we communicate to our God. So if you can't get with the congos, you ain't in tune with God because that's the first instrument and that's our rhythm.
Yeah.
That we get them congos in our head and be like this is.
I just said that, the Congo is the second form of communication. I just say that over
It's what it
saying
is.
and the voice is the first. The Congo resonates in so many ways of the
There it
body.
is there.
You know what I mean?
There
So
it
you
is
hear
there.
that Congo, it's a lot more signs to it. I always say that.
And don't forget too.
I always say that.
African,
Might call you back, whoever this is. I'm in the
a kalimba,
interview.
drums,
Yeah.
but the banjo is also an African instrument,
Right.
West Indies.
That's
People,
right.
people always thought it was a hillbilly country.
That's right.
But
That's a percussion
the
instrument.
percussion instrument from
Sure is. Interview me on MightyMoe, and that's I'm gonna call you
West
back.
Indies,
Boy, I'm gonna like this number.
Jamaica. I think
I got you, man.
Yeah,
You
sure.
gonna got you back. Sure.
That's right.
Hey, I love y'all.
For those who don't know, this is Jacques Johnson. His sister is Michelle Indigeo Chetto. This is her brother right here. He is responsible for her.
That's right. The world
I
famous.
know,
The world famous.
Right now,
Goddamn.
hey, look, hey, Mo, hey, Mo, I do want to say that we protecting them. We protecting because him and the sister was born in Germany, so I had to go and make sure ice wasn't outside before we came in here. So. But all this is foundation. And I'm talking about this like really family, right? Mo, I know his whole family. Matter of fact, I have children in his family. I've been knowing him since he was a little joker. His whole family, his dad, his mom, his aunt, his grandmother. I know his whole family.
Yeah, look, I gotta say this. This is Stephon, Bassface Woodland. Y'all know the song, Push Your One Leg Up and Put Your Booty on the floor. We gotta get Sterling some love too. Sterling gotta get the camera too. Sterling, on the keyboard.
And he last keyboard player for Benny the Master.
Yeah,
Last
from
keyboard
PE.
for Benny.
Pearly, Put Your One Leg Up. These guys, man. These guys who produced those songs.
Yeah.
Along with Scotty, man, rest his peace.
That's
Right.
right.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been with Benny 3 times.
Sometimes
This was the last keyboard player with Benny before he passed, right here. This was the
Sometimes
keyboard
we
player
know the
took him
songs,
out
but we don't know the faces. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's
So I
right.
want to properly introduce my family and my brothers.
That's right.
This
That's what's up.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
To me, man. Hey man, I might cry, but I'm holding it. Yeah, I'm a big fake tough
sensitive
dude.
side.
Yeah.
Sensitive
And matter
side.
of fact, y'all, just like Stephon said, we was the last guys in Little Benny's band.
Yeah.
Right before Little Benny passed.
That's
you
right.
know, so we got a lot of history
Yeah.
right here with a lot of great people. And we kept his spirit alive. Of course, we performed today. Jacques, he was with us with the Chuck Brown Band, and we definitely hit Little Benny cat in the hat. We always show him love, always on Chuck Brown stage. So rest in peace, Little Benny, baby.
Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace.
Because if he was here, he's here with us. But if he was here, he'll be right here.
He'll be right here.
That's
You can
it.
believe that.
Yeah, you
That's
can
it.
believe that. Don't believe it, know it.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, don't believe the hype. No, my mom used to always tell me, hey, stop telling me what you believe and tell me what you know. Stop believing what you know. Stop believing what you know and start knowing what you believe.
Because when you believe it,
But this is
you've
true.
been lied to.
You've been lied to.
to.
That's right. You've been lied to. You're really not
Yeah.
sure. Somebody don't slap you upside the head and you go, man, I believe this dude just smacked me. No, I know this mother smacked me. Now I'm ready to die.
Yeah, you gotta be.
When you know you're ready to die, you're ready to stand on it. So this is, like I said, again, this is all family. We're gonna have a little thing we're going on. Like Sterling got a series about to come. called Fed the State. That's gonna be something nice. And what we start right here might be something that Mo said some type of name, man. We might have to keep going with that. Meet up at least once a month or something. What you named it something, Mo?
Well,
You said something on here, man. You
after
make,
show chronicles or something like that.
Oh, I
after the
said
show.
obviously after the show something. I said something. I don't know.
That'd be tight, man. We know one
I-
month
I-
out
at
of
least
one day
I
out of a
recorded
month,
it, so
2,
we-
3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you recorded it.
After
so,
the show conversations.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's
Yeah.
tight, man. I like that. So, so at the end of the day, man, this really we just came up. This wasn't planned. We just came up and said, man, hold up, man. You know, everybody just started putting their phones on. Sterling and MightyMoe start he put their phones out, and I'm glad it happened, man, because this is history. And you know, we're gonna post it. We're gonna figure out something with this right here. But right now, we're gonna let Mo smack a little something before he leaves. You know, we know he burned
Yeah,
out.
He
You
got
know.
you, he got you
Yeah,
on
I gotta do a little something on the African cups.
Because look, y'all ain't giving my family. You know what? I don't say top 3. I don't say top 5. So top 10, top 5. I say top 3, and he one of them. So y'all figure the other ones out.
And Mo, the rehearsal the other day,
Yeah.
and
Yesterday.
I was just amazed how GoGo and the Latin community are so close.
Man, I
Without
was saying
even-
that. I know. Bruh, what we did today's job.
That was tight.
Yeah, but the rehearsal was just.
The Latino dude, he was beating that.
You and the Latino didn't know y'all didn't know from how I
Play
was.
all fields. All
But
fields.
it's like y'all understood each other.
Exactly. Exactly. They got rhythm. Man.
And that was
They do.
For me was a great moment. I mean that
Sheila E. Was it Sheila E? What's her name?
Yeah. Chili.
Yeah, she played. He was beating them. He was on that type of rhythm like her.
Exactly. That was all Latin.
All Latin. That's right. It was all Latin, job.
And he kind of understood when we went to that swing. He kind of felt that. But when
He
they
sure
went to
did.
to
You got him said,
straight
Sterling.
Latin beat, you understood.
Oh, this is Sterling. This is Sterling Studio. Name the studio, Sterling.
Right.
And your information, telephone number.
Time signatures.
Text 202-369-1213. You try to book studio time.
You see,
Got everything in here, drums, congas,
Yeah.
bass rig, lead
Yeah,
rig,
exactly.
keyboard.
So you got both. Now you got
Four
both.
mics.
You got both
Exactly.
there. So
Because I actually
Hit
went to
me up if
DC
you're
for jazz
interested
and
in trying to
improvisation.
book a session
So I
for
know
rehearsal
you
or
yeah,
recording.
I was up there.
ha, there it is. There.
Yep. But I ain't stay because I was having my
Oh,
kids. I was having my kids. I went to UDC. Jazz improvisation, baby. So I know how to do different time signatures.
and speaking holidays, me and Ivan Golf was
Oh, man.
freshman.
Up Howard together. Ivan graduated from school at 14, man. Little crazy smart
I
bean
was
there.
the one that helped me get in EU.
Oh, did it?
Hell yeah.
He had Rashawn in there before you, didn't he?
Yep.
Rashawn.
Well, Renaissance. Yep.
Yeah, we're from Renaissance. Coy brother.
Really nice we had
Mo,
Bed in.
funny with Meisha was Black Jesus.
her husband.
You remember Black Jesus?
That's
Her
her husband,
He-
Come on, Brian.
Yes, her husband.
Hey, he was hilarious.
That's my man.
Little elbows, Mo.
Elbows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Put some respect on it, man. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. I ain't gonna say it no more. Oh my God. Man, stop, man. Stop playing with this man. Stop playing with him, man. Put some respect on this man's name.
Made that bounce beat right quick.
Hit the bell, man. Man, put some respect on him, man. Stop playing with him, man. Stop, man. God forgive y'all, man. God is good, man. God forgive y'all. Man, look, man, God forgive y'all, man, for disrespecting him, man. Please, man. Yeah, and we out. God is good. God forgive y'all, man.
It's too wild, man. We out, man.